Andrew McCart, iFLTV, delighted to be joined by Mr. Eddie Hearn. Eddie, they're still going nuts. He's 10 minutes out the ring. What a performance from Pat Brown, and those fans are insane.
Unbelievable. I mean, the Altrincham Ice Rink was an experience tonight, and what a night of boxing as well. But Pat Brown, the roof came off as promised, and what a performance. I mean, Grandoni, you know, is a guy I think will cause British champions problems. And it was a perfect opponent to show how he goes through the gears and exactly what you've got to do in front of those kind of fans and with that kind of hype. Beautiful body punching, beautiful punch selection, nice and calm, catching shots. I just thought it was a wonderful performance to start the journey. Well,
the journey started, but I mean, he's headlined. Not many people come out, the amateurs, and headline their first show, especially 2,000 people going nuts. He handled the pressure quite well, didn't he?
He did. He started, you know, he's not a slow starter, but he's a guy that really gets going after 2-3 rounds. And, you know, I thought it was nice and calm in there tonight amongst the madness. And it's difficult, you know, because when you've got someone debuting, you don't really want to give them a tough fight. No. But at the same time, when you've sold 1,500 tickets and you've got a couple of thousand in here and you're headlining, you've got to have someone that has some kind of ability. And Grandoni had that. I mean, he come with ambition. I mean, he took a beating, he came back, he landed a few, and it was a brilliant action fight. Like perfect what you want. And that's what you're going to get from Pat Brown on this journey. Is excitement, but not just like the noise and the madness of the ticket sales. The kid can really fight. Like, that was his professional debut, right? Talk about British cruiserweights. Who wouldn't you fancy him to beat right now? And that's after one fight. And I'm not suggesting he beats everyone, but what I'm saying is, you know he'd be competitive with him now, right? After one fight. So this guy is a serious player, huge puncher, and he's going to really gel well in the pros.
That being said, what is next for him? I mean, like I said, he's headlined right now, so...
Just activity. We've got a big show be announced in Birmingham coming up in June, and he will fight on that card. And then he'll fight a minimum of 3 times after that, before the end of 2025. So look to be 5 or 6-0 at the close of the year. And after 2025, championship, domestic championship, straight away. Maybe even sooner. Because that guy, I'm not saying that guy beats all the British champions, but I'll tell you what, he'd give the British domestic cruiserweights a good night's work. And he went through and beat him in style. And over 10, 12 rounds, he's going to be a major fucking problem. Pat Brown, major problem. And he's coming.
Exciting times. Run down the card for me then, Eddie. Cameron Vaughn, the grud match with Jordan Flynn. Cameron's had his critics of late, but what a performance from young Cameron.
And just doing what Cameron Vaughn should do. Hold his feet sometimes, take the centre of the ring, ping him in. You know, he can punch when he holds his feet. He's very accurate. He can be spiteful. He probably lost a round or two early, got the knockdown, and then went through the gears. And when he does that, he's a much better fighter. When you're getting backed up all the time, it's what happened in the Gavin Gwynn fight and what happened in rounds 1 and 2 against Flynn. You're just getting, you know, that aggression can make you lose a round. And when you hold your feet and, you know, flow with it, for me, he's a much better fighter, and I thought it was a really good performance. I thought Mark Dickinson against Farnell was a brilliant fight. Great performance from Mark. It's exactly what we want to see on TV, on the undercard. 2 kids giving it their all, and it was a big win for Mark Dickinson tonight. Will Crawler, as we said, good test. I thought I had it a bit wider than 1 point, but still a win. Taylor Bevins, sensational. Good win for Connor Tudsbury as well. Liam Taylor in a good fight. He'll fight Conor Walker next, which will be an absolute war. I thought it was a brilliant night of boxing.
Apart from today with the Billy Nelson, the Crocker, and Donovan News, we're catching strays from Bob Arum as well. Yeah, he basically told you to shut up about this Anui getting stripped of the pound for pound stuff. He said, Eddie, shut up. And you can do his accent better than me, but yeah, you're catching strays from everyone.
I don't give a fuck. I love catching strays. That's what I do, baby. Because when you're rent-free in everyone's head, all you do is catch strays.
Why are you rent-free in everyone's head?
Because listen, when you're numero uno, and everyone looks at you and go, I can't stand that bloke. Look at him, he's the absolute nuts he is. He basically runs the boxing world. He's the complete governor of boxing. I can't stand him. That's what happens. Eubank, Simon Jordan, Bob Arum, Billy Nelson, it don't matter. Bring him on all day, every fucking day. Let's go, baby.
Yeah, one quick one, Wilder's return. Did you see Wilder's return and his comeback fight? He's up against an opponent. Well, I don't know who it is right there, but he's...
Yeah, I don't know. I think the guy lost to Richard Torres. Look, Deontay needs it. You know, he needs that confidence booster, so no problems. Good to see him back, you know, and hopefully he can get himself back in the division.
Is that Wilder-Joshua fight, is that dead in the water now? I mean, we've been waiting 5-6 years for that as well.
When's that fight? May, is it, or something? Yeah, so, I mean, look, it's unlikely going to be next for Joshua, but look, we'll see what happens.
Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Thank you, mate.